So, I will give you some more time until we figure this out, okay? We got time, of course. The semester just started, so we got time. So let's just go ahead and keep moving. Just a little bit until I can figure this out. All right? Okay. In computers, there are three types of cables that we use to take information away from this computer and send it to another computer. Okay, I have two computers that want to talk to each other. I have a smartphone that wants to talk to an IoT device. My smartphone wants to talk to this device. My smartphone wants to talk to this computer. This computer wants to talk to this computer. That computer wants to talk to my smartphone. There are only two ways you can do it. What are the two ways? What if the computer is in Japan and the other one's in the United States? How do those two computers talk to each other? I almost gave it away. What kind of connections do we need to have?
Internet?
Okay, internet, but that's, okay.
Wi-Fi?
You said internet. Say again?
Fiber optic.
Okay, fiber optic. That's, okay. Okay. The cat right here, what's your name?
Curtis.
Curtis said fiber optic. Okay, Curtis. Good. Fiber optic.
Just the undersea cable.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. I'll give you that. Watch this. There are two ways to connect your computer. One is through a wire. And what's the other one? If this is wire, what do you think is going to be okay? Wireless. Good man. Wireless. Okay. Curtis, you with me? There are three major types of cables. He already said one of them. 1, 2, 3. What was the third one? There had to be in this order. I just like to teach this one. You said what?
Fiber optic.
Fiber optic. Fiber. That's one.
Coax.
Coax. What do you think the first one is?
Copper.
Close.
Shielded, twisted?
This is my definition.
number two?
Twisted pair. Twisted pair.
Coax.
I just do twisted pair.
Coax.
Cool.
These two are made out of copper. This one is made out of glass or
On wire.
plastic.
Twisted pair.
With me? Okay, now I'm gonna ask this question again. What are
This
the
is
two
load or
ways that
coax?
two methods, I'm talking about at a general level, not specific. At a general level, the devices can communicate. They can communicate via a wire or wireless. Now, let's talk about wireless. To communicate wirelessly, all devices have to have embedded in on that motherboard or a little thing on the, I gave it away. Antenna. Antenna. We there? Okay. Come on now, put this in your memory bank. You need to know this. Code. Wire, wireless. Wireless, twisted pair, coax, fiber. Twisted pair, coax, fiber. Twisted pair, coax, fiber. That's it. That's all. Those are only three choices you got. Right there. Copper would be twisted pair and coax. Fiber is glass or plastic. That's it. Unless you can come up with some other kind of ingredient that I don't
What's
know
on-
of.
What's
Gotta
on
be-
top of the?
Yes, sir.
What's on top? What's under? On top of glass plastic?
Copper.
Copper.
I should have wrote it over there. See it? I should have did that. I apologize. I should have done it over there. And over here's antenna. You deal with this a lot when you do net plus or net fundamental. Okay, so now let's focus on this cat right here. Wire. Wire. What does this look like? Well, let me see if I can help you.
You deserve the best.
No, I don't.
At Harbor
vehicle of freight, you can afford it. Performance,
Yeah.
Physical transmission media. The physical path over which communication takes place is called the physical transmission medium.
Right.
Types of cables used as transmission medium are twisted pair cable, coaxial cable, fiber optic cable. Twisted pair cable. One of the oldest, and still in use transmission medium is twisted pair cable. Twisted pair cable consists of pairs of insulated copper wires, twisted together. There are two types of twisted pair cables, shielded twisted pair cable, and unshielded twisted pair cable. This is shielded twisted pair cable, and this is unshielded twisted pair cable.
You see the difference between these two cats? So twisted pair can be shielded or unshielded. This looks like unshielded. This is shielded. I wish I could put them together. See the difference? You see the shield? Why do you think we have a shield on this? I talk loud, you know I'm old. So why would I put shield on this one and not this one?
Protected.
Main reason.
To insulate it,
Why would I have to insulate? Come on.
from burning.
Okay, burning. Okay, I'll give you that one. Burning. It's another one. No. But why code? Why code? You know. I know I should be whooping you right now. You know this. Let's do this. Let's do use case. That's a word we use in IT field. Use case. What's the use case? What use case would I put this in? How about, I need to run a cable between two floors. And the only way I can do it is run it down the shaft of the elevator. Would I use this? Or would I use this?
Shielded.
Yeah, the other one's insulated. But what it's gonna do is, there's something called electromagnetic interference, EMI. This one is less immune to electromagnetic interference because it's shielded. Remember I told you the use case was I need to run twisted pair cable between two buildings, and the only way, between two floors, the only way I can do it is down the shaft of an elevator. What's going up in the elevator?
People.
Elevator. Electric, those are motors. Those are motors. Point is, the cable has to be shielded. It's more expensive, but whenever you have an environment where there's a bunch of equipment, electrical equipment like a ballast that's in these fluorescent lights, if you got the coins, you should run twisted pair that is shielded. It's more expensive, but the main purpose of this, like I said, fire, and EMI, electromagnetic interference. Good? All right. The cheapo kind is probably what they're running right now. The cheapo is this. This is cheapo. Right here, it's cheapo. Cheapo. Right? Cheapo. All right. Did that. Keep going.
And this is unshielded twisted pair cable. Advantages of twisted pair cable. Twisted pair cables are cheaper. They are flexible. They are light in weight and easy to install. Coaxial cables.
Okay.
A coaxial cable is an insulated copper cable used to carry high-frequency data signals such as voice, images, videos, and text. The coaxial cable has a conductor placed in center, surrounded by multiple protective shields, and an outer jacket that ensure noise and distortion-free transmission of high-frequency data. Advantages of coaxial cable. Coaxial cables can transmit data much faster than twisted pair cables.
True.
They are less prone to noise. They can control multiple frequencies. Fiber optics cable.
All right, stop. Let's make sure we get this. Okay, let's go back and look at this. So now, do you remember what this looked like, right? That's twisted pair. It's easy to work with, man. It's like super easy. So this is twisted pair right here. Bam! This is twisted pair. All right? This is coax. This is twisted pair. You got a little twist, and you twist it to stop what's called crosstalk. You You'll learn about that later. But coax, I know I don't have anything in here. I used to. Anybody ever seen coax before? You got, who's got Comcast? Comcast? I got rid of them. I got rid of Comcast. I can't find one, so. Comcast loves coax cable. You can run a lot of different frequencies on coax cable than you can with your cable. Hard to work with though, it really is. See, this is easy to work with. But this right here, what's dealing with this thick piece of copper, it's harder to work with. So it's got some disadvantages. The advantage is that it can move more ones and zeros than faster than a twisted pair. But it's hard to work with. It really is hard. When I say hard to work, is to install it and put these little connectors on the ends of it. It's gonna take some time. Whereas I can knock this out, lickety split. If I do like 1,000 of these, I can knock them out in like 30 seconds. I need a little connector on. Right? Whereas this right here, it's gonna take me a minute to get that connector that goes on here. All right, so there's 2 down. And the last one, my favorite, is fiber. Yeah, it's even harder to install. Yes, sir. Fiber is even harder to install.
Fiber optics cable. Fiber optics cable consists of hair-like strands of glass or any transparent material which can pass light at high quality to carry light signals. It can also send and receive a wide range of data frequencies at a time at a speed matching to the speed of light. Fiber optic cables are made up of 3 components: transmitter, receiver, and fiber optic cable. A transmitter transforms electrical signals into light waves. Fiber optic cable used as a medium for carrying light waves. A receiver receives the light signals and converts them into electrical signals. Advantages of fiber optic cable. Fiber optic cable minimizes the sparking risk. Provides high bandwidth over long distance. Question time.
Go. Ready? Answer the question. Which one? Coax?
Yes.
Insulated copper cable used to carry high frequency data signal. Correct? Why not fiber?
Because it's a copper.
Good job. Is that the answer?
Fiber.
Coax.
Twisted pair.
Coax. Ready? Fiber. What's the answer?
Twisted pair.
Fiber. Fiber. Fiber.
Fiber.
Twisted pair.
Every week, you will
Here? We'll go way back machine? What is the question start? Here? Keep going? Right before this? You wanna see a picture? That? What are you doing? You up to something? Oh, you taking pictures. Don't be recording me, put me on the internet. I'm a lawyer, I take you to court. I'm telling you now, don't be putting me on the internet. You think? I call Trump. That's one person you don't fool with when it comes to stuff like that. Defamation, I get you. Get all your money and your parents. Okay. Alright, now this is boring as all get out. We gotta do it.
No.
Yeah, I know. 9:30. Let's do these videos, take a break.
Tackling your security concerns starts with a
Yeah,
prompt.
2 more.
With Sola AI, you get answers to the
Boring.
Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to talk about the different types of connectors that are used in networking. And these connectors will vary depending upon the type of network and the cable that they are attached to, whether that cable is twisted pair, coaxial, telephone, or fiber optic.
Okay.
And the first one we're going to talk about is the RJ45. Now the RJ45 is by far the most common network connector.
Most common.
Now this is an
Answer that.
8-pin connector that's
RJ45.
used to connect computers and other network devices in a local area network. The RJ45 is used with unshielded twisted pair cable. Twisted pair cable has 8 wires, and these wires are arranged in a certain order, and then the wires are inserted into an RJ45 connector, and then they are crimped on both ends using a wire crimper. And then one connector will be plugged into the computer's network card, and then the other end would plug into a device such as a switch, modem, or a router.
Okay.
Then once that is done, the computer will be able to connect to a network.
Okay.
The RJ45 has a single locking tab that locks itself into place.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Now this is a UTP coupler. Now this is not really a connector. This is used for connecting UTP cables with RJ45 connectors to each other. This is
What is a UTP? Oh, unshielded twisted pair. Remember we talked about the shield and the unshield? Remember I telling you about use the shield when you got a lot of electronics and stuff like that? Motors and all that? Shielded twisted pair. So, this cat right here, twisted pair can be either unshielded twisted pair or shielded twisted pair. We cooking with Crisco, right? We learning, right? Okay. So if you see UTP, unshielded twisted pair. STP, shielded twisted pair. I'm telling you right now, most of the stuff you're gonna see is unshielded. Because shielded is expensive. All right, this coupler thing is just a little connector. See this RJ45 that y'all see in the little cable that's going around? It's like a little coupler, so you can like couple stuff together. Okay, that's all it is. I don't know. 2 cents. I don't know how much it costs. All right, let's go.
typically used when running a longer cable is not an option. It's just used to extend a network cable by joining 2 cables together using their RJ45 connectors. So you would just plug one end of the cable into the coupler, and then you would plug in another cable on the other side.
Okay.
And now you have successfully extended your UTP cable. And another type of connector that is similar to the RJ45 is the RJ48. Now the RJ48 looks very similar to the RJ45, but the difference between the two is that the RJ48 is used with shielded twisted pair cable instead of unshielded twisted pair that's used with the RJ45. The RJ48 is primarily used with T1 lines, and it's also wired differently than the RJ45. And this is the RJ11 connector. This is a 4-wire connector that's mainly used to connect telephone equipment. But as far as networking, the RJ...
I'm gonna say this. Only time I've seen it recently is at my mama's house because she got her phone, a home phone. She still got it. Like, mom, ain't nobody doing that no more. But she don't want to give up her phone. You know the phone at home? Rotary phone. Actually, the one she got is buttons, right? She ain't giving it up. It uses twisted pair, unshielded twisted pair, but the connector is not RJ45. It's an RJ11. And the RJ11 always means 4 wires. Whereas RJ45 is 8. So it looks like I'm seeing 3 connectors right now. Unshielded twisted pair, RJ45. Shielded twisted pair, loves RJ48. They both look alike, but this one's more money. It can get really expensive. Then there's a third one, which we don't really talk that much about, and it's called unshielded twisted pair, but the connector is RJ11. RJ11, and it has 4 wires. I just say 4. This one has 8, and this one has 8. What do you think? Getting there? Okay. Keep going.
11 is used to connect computers to a local area network through the computer's modem. The RJ11 locks itself into place by a single locking tab, and it resembles the RJ45, but it's a little bit smaller. The BNC connector is a type of RF connector that is used with coaxial cable. BNC stands for Bayonet Neil Councilman, and the BNC is used with both analog and digital video transmissions as well as audio. Now these connectors are not very common anymore, but they can still be found on older networks. Now there are many different kinds of BNC connectors. So for example, here is a BNC T connector, which connects 3 coaxial cables together. And there is also the BNC coupler, which is used to connect 2 coaxial cables together. And there is also the BNC terminator, which is used to terminate the ends of a cable. Now this connector is called the F-type. Now this is a threaded connector typically used on coaxial cables. These are primarily used by cable providers to attach to cable modems. So if you have broadband cable like I do, you will have a modem with a coaxial cable attached to an F-type connector that screws into the back of your modem that attaches with a nut. And in addition to being used with broadband cable, they are also used with satellite internet.
Doing this? What am I doing here? Oh, please, Jesus.
Stop your lap. Explore our diverse
And there is also the USB connector. The USB is very common on desktops and laptops. And because universal is in its name, it can be used for many different purposes, including networking. So for example, many manufacturers make USB wireless adapters that plug into a USB port on a computer to give the computer wireless network access. And there is also wired network adapters, like this one here, where you would plug an Ethernet cable at one end and then the other end into a USB port on a computer. And then the computer will be able to access a network through its...
He's not playing fair on this one because you still have twisted pair. I'm still gonna go with what I told y'all about. These 3 cats right here. Twisted pair is here. Then you got this little tail thingy that goes to your computer, which is USB. That's just an add-on for as I'm concerned. That's just another way to get those 1s and 0s out, but you still have to use this. So just, no fairs, no fairs. I don't put this in the same category as this. I will put it over here because I can have a USB that has an antenna in it. Now that's fair. That's fair. You can buy a wireless card that's USB connector. And it has a little antenna in it. So I'll go with that. But this right here, I'm not putting it up here. That's just a little tail thingy. I still got my what? Twisted pair right here, right? RJ45? 8 wire? 8 wires. Twisted pair connected to this little tail thingy. And I call it that because that's what it is. All right. Okay.
USB port. So now we're getting into fiber optic connectors. Now fiber optic networks use pulses of light to send data, and there are many different types of fiber optic connectors, but I'm only going to talk about the most popular fiber connectors.
Okay.
But the main differences between these fiber connectors are the size and the method they use when coupling. So the first fiber optic connector is called the SC, or standard connector. and this is often called the square connector. And this was one of the first connectors to be used in the marketplace. This uses a push-pull connector similar to audio and video plugs, and these are commonly used between floors in a building. This connector is called the MTRJ, which stands for Mechanical Transfer Register Jack. And this is a fiber optic connector that uses a latched push-pull connection. It has a small form factor that's used for high packet density, and it was designed to replace the SC connector. The MTRJ uses 2 fibers in a single design, and it resembles the RJ45. This connector is becoming increasingly popular in fiber networks today. And our next fiber connector is called the LC, or local connector, or Lucent connector, since it was developed by Lucent. Now this type of connector is also commonly used between floors in a building, and it was designed to compete with the SC connector. It's about half the size of the SC connector, which makes it better for highly populated racks and panels. And this also uses a latch that locks itself into place, similar to the RJ45. And our last fiber optic connector is called the ST, or straight tip. Now this uses a half-twist bayonet type of lock, and is commonly used with single-mode fiber optic cable. Now this is a large size connector that was developed by AT&T, and because of its large size, its usage has declined in favor of smaller connectors such as the LC and the MTRJ. Now just like UTP couplers, there are also fiber couplers. So if you wanted to join 2 fiber optic connectors, you would use a fiber coupler. Now fiber couplers are used to join or couple 2 of the same fiber optic connectors. And the 2 connectors have to be the same. Now these are not to be confused with fiber adapters, because fiber adapters are used for joining 2 different connectors together. So here we have an example of a fiber coupler joining 2 ST connectors together. So now we're going to talk about the difference between UPC and APC end faces, or tips, on fiber optic connectors. And as examples, we're going to use a group of ST fiber connectors equipped with UPC and AP.
Boring. Okay, I gotta use the bathroom. What happened, so take a break. Come back in 5 minutes.